Hey there guys, and welcome to Novel With Me, the series which takes you on a writing journey from start to finish. Today we are going to be talking about the theme of your novel. What is it, how do I find it, and is it important? Because seriously, I have never worried about theme before. I couldn't tell you the themes in any of my novels, but that's just me. So, if I've never taken themes seriously before, why am I talking about them now? Because I always think about it. But I've never written a novel which I suppose has relied heavily on themes. I've always sort of done really broad novels where I guess the themes would be really simple themes. I don't really feel like I have a message to say or anything like that. But with this new novel I'm planning, I want to plan it to the best of my ability. And so theme is a big issue, so I'm going to talk about it. First up, what is theme? I've always struggled with theme because I have no idea what the heck it is. From what I've been able to gather, and I think I rambled on about it earlier actually, is the theme is the message that you are trying to give your reader, or a message that you're trying to give your reader, an opinion, something to make them go away and think about. There are abstract themes, and then there are more common, simple themes. I suppose every book does have one, whether the author intended to have the theme in there or not. There are certainly so many eagle-eyed readers out there who can go so in-depth into the plot, into the characters, into the themes of everything, that they can pull it out of a hat. So whether you've consciously thought about it or not, there probably is going to be theme somewhere in your novel. There's writing it subconsciously, and then there's writing it with purpose. My aim is to get you guys to want to think about writing it on purpose. But then again, it depends on the story that you have to tell. Popular themes in books. This is how I would figure out themes in my books, from a list of already established themes that other books in my genre have. So if you're struggling with themes, here are a list of ones that you could use in your novel. And who knows, maybe the theme of your novel is here in this list and you've just never thought about it before. Am I going to do numbers? I'm not going to do numbers. So the themes, you've got love, death, good versus evil, prejudice and racism. I can't say prejudice. Power corrupts. Coming of age, found family, survival, courage, war, self-discovery, loss, and the dark side, sans cookies. The point of a theme is for it to reoccur, I suppose, in many different ways throughout your novel. So taking the dark side, sans cookies, for example, is exploring the darker sides of life. You know, the triggers in life. Trigger warning, guys, if that actually applies here, and I hope it does. Things like suicide, pregnancy loss, self-harm. When I think of a book that explores those themes, The Rabbit-Proof Fence, don't ask me who it's by, I can't remember, is one of my favourite stories. I first watched it as a movie. It's about these girls who were stolen into slavery and their escape to get back home, and they're following the rabbit-proof fence to get back home. That deals with the kind of dark theme. Sort of deals with the history, the dark theme of slavery and things like that. 13 Reasons Why obviously deals a lot with suicide, so that'd be a dark side, sans cookies theme. Good versus evil obviously is going to be a chosen trope. Harry Potter's good versus evil. Harry Potter is also about war, about survival. It's got very overarching theme of death within it, so your story can have multiple themes within it. It can have a main theme and then it can have sub-themes. If you're writing a series, each book can have a different theme with an underlying theme to go along with them. It's really up to you. How do I find it? Do I think of my theme before I start plotting my novel, or after I've plotted your novel? I honestly don't think it matters at all which way you do it. Some novels are built around a particular theme because the writer, the author, has a particular message they want to say. They have something particular they want to talk about, to bring out in the open. They have something that they want to be able to start a discussion with their readers about. The Hate You Give, forgive me again, I've forgotten the author, Angie something, I think. I'll link that. I'll write that down in the comments below. I'm terrible with books, what can I say? She has a major theme of racism within that book. It's part of the central conflict of the book. So if you do have something very specific you want to try and say with your novel, if you have something very particular you want to talk about, then thinking of your theme before you come up with your plot and characters is the best way to go, because then you can build your plot around your theme. If you plot first, if you have plotted or you have written your book already, it's just a matter of finding your theme, because guaranteed, whether you've thought about it or not, it will be in there somewhere. You need to look at your plot and look at your characters, look at your characters' goals and motivations, look at their emotional journey. Your theme is going to stem somewhere from there. It's going to stem from your characters and what they've experienced through the novel and how they've changed throughout the novel as well. If I were to take my work in progress Nephilim, for example, my main character, her goal is to find herself. So I guess the theme there would be sort of like a coming of age or a self-discovery sort of theme. It's also got sort of a good versus evil theme going on, because she's a good guy and she fights against evil. So there you go, theme for my book. And finally, the all-important question, are themes important? I want to say yes. Themes serve to hold a deeper meaning to your novels. They are the core of the story you are trying to tell. They are the emotional core of your characters and their experiences and how they grow from and deal with those experiences that they've gone through. They are the emotional tie to your reader, especially readers who have been in similar situations, or I want to say experience that theme within their own life. They can serve to create a powerful narrative and create a subtle depth to both your plot and your characters. So yes, I guess they are important, especially if you have a specific message that you want to send. But if you started writing your book without thinking about themes, then don't worry about that for now. Keep writing. If you want to do more with your theme, then you can easily find it after you finish the first draft and before you start your revisions. I think some people think that themes are really important because they think that every book has to say something. Every book doesn't have to say something. A book can just be a book for people to enjoy. There can be books out there with these strong, heavy themes in them that authors want readers to go away and really think about. Again, it is completely up to you. It's up to you and the story you want to write. It's about the story you want to tell, and whether you choose to focus on your theme or not, think about what your theme is or not, that's completely up to you. I personally believe that theme is one of those things that you don't really need to worry about. You don't really need to think about. You don't really need to plan, because the theme will just appear. But it's something I wanted to talk about because that's part of my journey at the moment in writing and planning this new novel, is to think about all of the details and to get that depth that I sometimes feel I'm missing. Maybe theme will help me with it, I don't know. We'll find out eventually. Most readers don't go looking for themes either. There are some that do. And even if it is not a major point in your novel, having a theme in mind could help you write not a better novel, but a more meaningful one. In the end, whether you want to focus on theme or not is completely up to you and the story you want to tell. I've said that already. That's a very important point. I'm not an expert. This is what I found out. This is my thoughts. Yeah. So, theme. In the oh my god. In the description box below is just a basics blog post which goes over everything that I've spoken about in today's episode, video, don't say episode, and a writing worksheet to help you discover or decide upon your theme. Next week we're going to talk about the importance of research for your novel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good thoughts and happy writing!